Genesis chapter 35, KJV Trivia. Genesis chapter 35, question 1. Fill in the blank. God said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to blank, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. A. Canaan. B. Egypt. C. Rome. D. Bethel. The correct answer is D, found in Genesis 35, verse 1. And God said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Genesis chapter 35, question 2. Fill in the blank. Jacob said unto his household, and to all that were with him, Put away the strange blank that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments. A. Images. B. Idols. C. Gods. D. Sayings. The correct answer is C, found in Genesis 35, verse 2. Then Jacob said unto his household, and all that were with him, Put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments. Genesis chapter 35, question 3. Where did Jacob hide all his households, strange gods, and other items? A. Under the fig, which was by Shechem. B. Under the oak, which was by Shechem. C. Under the maple, which was by Shechem. D. Under the gopher, which was by Shechem. The correct answer is B, found in Genesis 35, verse 4. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem. Genesis chapter 35, question 4. What did Jacob call the place where he built an altar unto God? A. El Bethel. B. El Bethany. C. El Padanaram. D. El Ephrath. The correct answer is A. El Bethel, found in Genesis 35, verses 6 and 7. So Jacob came to Luz, which was in the land of Canaan, that is, Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar, and called the place El Bethel, because there God appeared unto him, when he fled from the face of his brother. Genesis chapter 35, question 5. Who died and was buried beneath Bethel under an oak? A. Leah, Deborah's nurse. B. Deborah, Leah's nurse. C. Rebekah, Deborah's nurse. D. Deborah, Rebekah's nurse. The correct answer is D, found in Genesis 35, verse 8. But Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak, and the name of it was called El-en-Bakuth. Genesis chapter 35, question 6. fill in the blank. God changed Jacob's name to blank. A. Bethel. B. Israel. C. El-Bakuth. D. Ephrath. The correct answer is B. Israel, found in Genesis 35, verse 10. And God said unto him, Thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. Genesis chapter 35, question 7. Who gave the land of Israel to Jacob, and to the seed after him? A. Isaac. B. Abraham. C. God. D. Benjamin. The correct answer is C. God, found in Genesis 35, verses 11 and 12. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. Genesis chapter 35, question 8. Fill in the blank. Jacob called the name of the place where God spake with him, blank. A. Bethel. B. Bethlehem. C. El-Bakuth. D. Padanaram. The correct answer is A. Bethel, found in Genesis 35, verses 14 through 15. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone. And he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured oil thereon. And Jacob called the name of the place where God spake with him, Bethel. Genesis chapter 35, question 9. Fill in the blank. Rachel named her last son, blank, but Jacob called him Benjamin. A. Shechem. B. Luz. C. Isaac. D. Benoi. The correct answer is D. Benoi, found in Genesis 35, verses 16 through 18. And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath. And Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor. And it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. And it came to pass, as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoi, but his father called him Benjamin. Genesis chapter 35, question 10. Fill in the blank. Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephrath, which is A. Bethel. B. Bethlehem. C. El-Bakuth. D. Padanaram. The correct answer is B, found in Genesis 35, verse 19. And Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. Genesis chapter 35, question 11. Fill in the blank. Jacob set a blank upon her grave. That is a pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. A. Silver ring. B. Gold ring. C. Pillar. D. Diamond ring. correct answer is C, found in Genesis 35, verse 20. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave. That is a pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. Genesis chapter 35, question 12. Who were the sons of Leah? A. Gad and Asher. B. Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. C. Joseph and Benjamin. D. Dan and Naphtali. The correct answer is B, found in Genesis 35, verse 23. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, and Levi, and Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun. Genesis chapter 35, question 13. Who were the sons of Rachel? A. Gad and Asher. B. Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. C. Joseph and Benjamin. D. Dan and Naphtali. The correct answer is C, found in Genesis 35, verse 24. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. Genesis chapter 35, question 14. Who were the sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid? A. Gad and Asher. B. Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. C. Joseph and Benjamin. D. Dan and Naphtali. The correct answer is D, found in Genesis 35, verse 25. And the sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid, Dan and Naphtali. Genesis chapter 35, question 15. Who were the sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid? A. Gad and Asher. B. Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. C. Joseph and Benjamin. D. Dan and Naphtali. The correct answer is A, found in Genesis 35, verse 26. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, Gad and Asher, these are the sons of Jacob, which were born to him in Paddan Aram. Genesis chapter 35, question 16. How old was Isaac when he died? A. 160 years old. B. 170 years old. C. 180 years old. D. 190 years old. The correct answer is C, 180 years old, found in Genesis 35, verses 28 and 29. And the days of Isaac were 180 years. And Isaac gave up the ghost, and died, and was gathered unto his people, being old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him.